This is Technomancer for Zero Point Fuel. Yeah, I'm back. This is an update. Today is September 17th, 2016. I've got a bunch of video that I shot, but there's a lot of irrelevant stuff in it that I need to go back and edit. So my videos are going to be out of sequence, guys. I can't avoid it. A lot of the stuff has to do with the generator, and this is just a general update to give you an idea of what's going on with the generator and the new system. So first off, got the Met glass in. That's 10 pounds of Met glass from China. Thanks G47. We've got our shipment, and this stuff is tough. It's hard to cut, and I've got to come up with a system to cut it. On the roll here, there's 3 or 4 layers of it, and they're all rolled together. It's the way, I guess, the way they put it on a transformer. That's the way it comes on the roll. So it's tough enough to cut one layer of this stuff with a blade. I was thinking I could pull it out and set up a slicer and then roll it up as I sliced it, but because the way it's on the roll, I really can't do it that way. And the other issue is that it actually ends up with a little rough edge to it, so that is probably not going to work. So what I come up with here, and I'll do a video on it once I got it working, is I'm going to take a X-Acto blade, actually from a box cutter, and put pressure at 2 inches. I need this in 2-inch sections for both the transformer and the generator. So I'm going to apply pressure to it, then I'll rotate this with a drill motor or something and put pressure until it cuts through. Now I got a little bit, they sent us a small sample here, and the sample, I'm going to run the test on the sample. I don't want to mess up that much Met glass. It's fairly expensive, so I'm going to run the test on this to see. So I've got to build a jig that'll let me cut that. One of the other issues is, in order for this all to work, I need a large supercapacitor capable of storing the voltage at 24 volts or so, which means that the plates have to be in series in order to allow this to happen. I'm using the Robert Murray Smith method. He's using an alkaline. He's using a salt base now. In the latest video, if you haven't seen it, check it out. I have a bunch of acids in my lab, and anytime you can use an alkaline instead of an acid, a base instead of an acid, you definitely want to do that. Now, you know, I'm not no material scientist. I only play one on YouTube, but Robert Murray Smith is. And check out his video if you want to make graphene in an effective way. He has the video to tell you. Now I'm going to cover my build process, so I'll be covering how to make it. But what you need is a power supply. And what this is these are, I've got 2 of these. They're power supplies out of servers. Now the servers are at the end of their life. They have redundant power supplies. This is a 1,000-watt power supply. It's from an HP machine, a DPS 800 GBA. You can find these online for 20 bucks. This is 1,000 watts. At 1,000 watts, this makes 82.3 amps at 12.5 volts, which is awesome. That's a lot of amperage there. And because of my plates, I'm building multiple systems, I can pull the amperage I need from this. Now that's going to be running through PDM, so I can adjust the voltage. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I will cover it in a video on how to turn this thing into a power supply, a variable power supply that you can use for this process of using electrical current to separate graphene. So the other thing is, I got this today. This is an ultrasonic cleaner, and I thought, great, 60 bucks, can't beat it. It's cheap enough I can buy one and to use just for the graphene. Well, my disappointment is this thing is really shallow. It's not that it won't work. It's just the amount of graphene I'm going to be able to use to separate is reduced because it's only 3-4 inches deep. So great for jewelry or cleaning things, but not so great if you're sticking a jar of graphene, which is now only can be half full. So that's the other thing. This will work. I just won't be able to make as much, and because I'm going to need multiple plates, fairly large plates, if I want, 1,000 farads or more on this negative energy storage device, because the way the generator's working, it needs to dump into some storage device so it can draw the maximum amount of amperage through the generator. The generator's not tied like a conventional generator. It doesn't create drag on the primary motor. And so if you run that into a negative energy well, and I think Robert Murray Smith calls it an ESSD, I think that's what he's calling it, then you can do that. You're dumping as much energy as possible to come out of the generator into this storage vat. So if you're consuming the energy at a lower rate than you're dumping it in, you're over unity. So I know that's an ugly word, but bear with me here. The other thing is this right here. It's up on the shelf. I'm testing multiple coils on this, but I'm going to go to a N52 driven magnet for the Met glass, only because it's less work to run the energy through the armature and then back into the motor. You're consuming energy to make the magnetic field. I'm not saying it won't work, but the way this is right here, this is a fairly large coil on this one I'm testing. The new Met glass is going to be high voltage, and I'm going to use N52s to do it. So just a heads up. So that's about it. Oh, one other thing. This is an app I found online on Google. It's pretty awesome. It's a very handy thing. Once you calibrate it, it allows you to get these angles just perfect. It works in both ways. Here it is working on a level surface. So once you've calibrated it, you can put this thing up against the device to make sure you got it level. It's a little easier in the bubble sight. It's more accurate. It's a nice little app. You can run it on your phone, calibrate it, and when you're doing this kind of work, you can ensure something's straight when you're building it. So just a little odd note on a Saturday morning. This is Technomancer for Zero Point Fuel, signing out.